Hey guys, S107 here. Today I'm doing a video on the Syma helicopter I got. This thing is a $15 helicopter and I've had it for about 2 weeks now. Have not crashed it and it's working pretty good. I've not had any problems with it. The hovering is really good too. So what came in the box is the helicopter itself. This is pretty similar and looks the same as those ones at Walmart. This is pretty light helicopter. It's not too heavy. It reminds me of the one I used to have from World Tech Toys that I broke. I actually had 14 World Tech Toys helicopters, and what I did is I bought one, broke it, returned it, bought one, broke it, returned it. My mom was really nice to keep taking me up there and returning them, but if you've gone through 14 helicopters, you should be pretty good by the last one, and that's just because I was not really treating the helicopter nice, doing crazy things and not really acting smart. So this thing's lasted me a while. This is the transmitter, 2.4 gigahertz transmitter. Everything has that. And it's a basic quad, so it doesn't have the yaw on the left stick. If you don't know what a yaw is, the yaw is when the helicopter or quad can turn around in a 360 in midair. So that is usually on the left stick. It's not on the right. But cheaper quads, since it has a stability, which is the dual blades, it does not have that. It also does not have the pitch. I think this is called the pitching or rolling. It just means the helicopter can't sideward flight. And that's also a nicer one. That's because of the dual blades. And so that's pretty much the helicopter. This is the transmitter. It's a pretty good transmitter. It has a wire in one of the compartments back here so that you can charge your helicopter without the actual USB charging cable. So this knob right here adjusts the yaw on the helicopter, so if it's turning too much to the left, turn it right. And if it's, it doesn't really adjust the forward and sidewards. If it starts doing that, that means your blades are probably bent or you've crashed and really damaged something. Also has two modes, the A and B mode. I don't really know what those are, they just say leave it in A. So if I was to actually fly this thing, which I'm probably going to do that, is you first turn on your transmitter. Once that's on, you should see a green light. Then turn on your helicopter. There is a switch there that turns it on. Sometimes I've heard people say that the switches have been hard to turn on. It just depends on your helicopter. You will see an LED light when it is on, and then just give it some throttle and it should go. This is your throttle. It raises the helicopter. This stick sideward, up and down. What that does is it doesn't actually go sidewards. It does go forwards and backwards, but it doesn't do sideward. What it does is it turns doing the yaw automatically, and then it goes to where you're pointing. So they have all that so that those people that don't know how to fly. I'm going to do a quick flight on this thing, and I'm using this little pinball tool as my landing. Sometimes when you give it gas, it'll die. I don't know why it does that. It's just part of the quad. When you're first flying, slowly take it off. Don't give it full throttle. Most people don't really know how to work on that. And since I've touched my knob, it's really messed up the quad, so you kind of have to adjust that. It has a pretty good hovering, and like I was saying, is when you're right here flying, and I want to go right, it automatically does that, and then it goes forward. It doesn't actually fly sideways, so that's a little annoying thing, but that's what you get when you buy a $15 helicopter. You have to get something a little bit more expensive. So you can go high pretty good, and has a really good yaw rate. I mean, I think it's pretty good. I haven't seen anything faster. I have this quad, but I broke that thing because the motor blew out, and that thing was just really hard to control. That was the Syma X5C, by the way. Some people say they like it, some people don't. So I'm really bad at landing, so I'm going to try to land this thing. And then drop the throttle stick to the bottom. So now it's on the switch, just flip it off and go to the direction it says to go. Same thing with the transmitter, just turn it off like that. Didn't mention, and that is the, oh dang, I hit the camera. That is the cable, and this plugs into the quad. Be very gentle with it. You can break the port it goes into on the quad, so yeah, just keep in mind to not do that. So if you like this video, please leave a comment and definitely subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.